Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. Hi, Bumblebee. Bumblebee, I've had a really good Poshmark day. Better than usual for sure. I don't know what it made it pick up all of a sudden. Uh, is it picking up for everybody? I mean, it's good for me. Hi, Diane. Yeah, it's far outselling eBay today. Yeah, so that was good. It's funny that you told me about the suede because I had just sold, like an hour before that, I had just sold something in that, well, suede cloth. It's not real suede, but it looks like suede and feels like suede. Yeah, I'm trying to put the summer things on that are nice enough from that box. I'm trying to get them on first, although I did list a couple sweaters today. Uh, Yeah, sometimes in the spring, I think when I go shopping for things for eBay and Poshmark, I feel good buying real summery things and flowery things. But at this time of year, I can't wait to get back to fall and things like sweaters and things. Uh, Plus, they sell for more. Hi, Riri. Well, I've already eaten supper, and yes, and I started that decluttering, uh, that way of decluttering where you do one thing on the first, two things on the second, three things on the third. So today it was the fifth, so I decluttered five things. Now, yesterday when Samantha was here, we decluttered a lot. I think she counted like 20 things that she put in the back of my car. Uh, so tomorrow I'm going to drive these to Goodwill. I may just stop in there. Uh, it has to be, no, that appointment. I had an appointment at 11 o'clock, but it's been changed. So yeah, I'm free tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to drive these things to Goodwill. I should declutter the six things from tomorrow. It's the sixth, so you declutter six things. It's easy doing this right now because I have all this clutter, and yeah, it may get harder from the 15th on. I counted it up. I added it up, and if you add one, then plus two, then plus three, plus four, it comes to 465 things in 30 days. So at the end of 30 days, I should have gotten rid of 465 things, which isn't hard around here. I mean, you could count pen by pen, but that's not how I'm doing it. I did a bunch of pens today. I just said a box of pens. Yeah. I have a hair or something in my mouth. Hi, Nadine. Yeah. I just found anybody that declutters or watches decluttering things on YouTube, you probably know. I've never seen her before. The last couple days, her name is Clutterbug. She's hysterical. She's really funny, but she has some really good ideas. And if you go on her site, she has all kinds of printouts about all kinds of things that you can print out. A lot of them are free. Some are charged like a couple of dollars for. But yeah, printouts that you download. I was looking through them. There's a couple of them that I think would be helpful. But we'll see how this goes. We started we did the whole dining room yesterday, and then, Samantha and I, and then we started on the kitchen. We did a lot in the kitchen, and she's even gonna help me on her cleaning days. She says she'll quick do the upstairs and do the rest of the cleaning, and then we can do, part of the decluttering in the family room. Because I wanna declutter the places where I sit a lot, so it's not so mind-boggling. It was really getting to me. You know, clutter isn't good for your head. Uh, yeah. So I've sold, mostly tops, mostly, on Poshmark, I sold a dress and that suede jacket, open cardigan or jacket, a men's polo shirt, a pair of jeans, a pair of, men's Wrangler Bermuda shorts, denim, and this big corduroy, sort of a shirt jacket, a shacket, on just on Poshmark. The only thing I sold on on eBay was a little pair of toddler's shoes, which was a surprise. But that's all I sold on eBay. eBay's quiet. Poshmark is alive today. How is everybody else doing? Evidently, suede. Bumblebee said it came out that suede is a trending thing right now. So if you have any suede things, put them on. I have a couple more. And yeah, I do want to get my summer things marked down. I do it on eBay, and then I forget to go on Poshmark and do it myself. So I need to do that. Now I have the hiccups. Well, Penny ate her food today. Just all I have right now is her farmer's dog. I don't have any kibbles. I had to throw them all away because they had the pantry moss in them. So I've got to talk to Chewy's. I haven't called them yet. And I have to order a couple little bags of kibbles. Then what I want to do is I want to switch from farmer's dog, which is sort of a pain in the neck because it's frozen and then it's a whole thing. But there's a kind of a freeze dry food called Sundays that's supposed to be really good. It's the one that does anybody watch Sitting with Dogs? Rocky Kanaki. I watch it all the time. It's a great YouTube channel. Just watch it a couple times, you'll be hooked. He's in California. He goes into the shelter and sits with the dogs, especially the ones that first come in that are really scared. He has his own line of freeze-dried treats and things, but the food that he, not introduced, but the food that he really talks about a lot, and I think it's advertised on the bottom of his YouTube channel is that Sundays. It's just called Sundays, and it's freeze-dried dog food. Very easy to keep. It's in the bag, doesn't go bad. I suppose I would put that also in the freezer. I'm not trusting anything, any dry goods in my house anymore. Ah, you love that show? Yes, I do too. I watched one today. It was a tiny little dog. I don't even it's not that I don't like little dogs. I've never had little dogs. I've always had big dogs. But there was this tiny little dog, and it was only 6 weeks old. And somebody found it as a stray, believe it or not. And it was on a country road. He was saying it's lucky it didn't get eaten by the coyotes. I mean, they must have found whoever found it must have found it fast because yeah, it's not good for a small animal to be out there alone. Ah, so that's the one I watched today. But I've watched lots of them. I should try his coffee. He also grows coffee. He lives in California. And he has a brand of coffee. I think it's called Flip. It's named after his first dog that he lost a while ago as a boxer. But I think that's the name of it, right, Nadine? Flip is the name of something. I'm not sure if it's the coffee or not, but yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to buy any of that kind of stuff, I'd rather support, somebody like him. Uh, I don't think that there's two different movie stars. One's a girl, I can't think of her name, and one is see when I go to think of a name, I can't think of it. That's what this memory thing does. Anyway, there's two movie stars. I'd rather support somebody like Rocky Kanaki. Of course, he didn't make that food. He didn't make Sundays. He just supports it because he thinks it's a really, really good food. And my dog walker, Jolene, that's the one she is looking into too. Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, all the good dog foods are expensive. So I'll have to see how it compares to it can't be any more than farmer's dog. And less problems, less trouble. So yeah, but I'm really getting into this decluttering. I think that it'll make me feel much better. It'll certainly be better for how this house looks. I want to simplify things and have it look like you see a lot of places look that are just minimal. I don't want to be real minimal because that's not the type of decorating I do, but I don't want to feel cluttered. Has anybody done this decluttering thing? Another thing I wanted to say is I think I did 3 of those live streams on my phone just during the day. The ones that are so jerky and sketchy and yeah. I'm not gonna do those anymore, not the live streams. I'll record ones because 'cause they're not like that. I'll just record them and then put them on because the live streams, which is easier for me, but I can't stand to watch them. So they're not gonna do any good thing for my YouTube channel for sure. They're certainly not gonna help my YouTube channel. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do those anymore. I have one in the editor right now that will go up tomorrow, a recorded one. Uh, it's about when I went grocery shopping the other day, just to get the bare minimal, because I'm trying to live out of my freezer and my refrigerator and pantry. See how far down the month I can get. Uh, it shouldn't be a problem since I don't eat very much. My problem is I feel hungry sometimes. The days I feel hungry, I make too much food. I think, I think I'm going to eat this plate of food and I can't even eat half of it. So that's the problem. I have to make much smaller portions for myself now. One of the medications I take messes with your appetite. So that's one reason. The other reason is I'm just old as dirt. And when you get old, you don't have as big an appetite anymore. Yeah. So where is everybody? Nobody's talking but me. Uh, I think because I'm making a lot of recorded videos, um, I can pick a subject and do make a recorded video on something that actually has a topic. Uh, I think I'm going to cut one of these evening chats out. I think maybe I'm on Sundays for the what's sold, so I think I'm going to cut the Tuesday chat out and then be on Thursday, and then it'll be I decided 2 days in between till Sunday again. But there'll be other videos come on, they'll just be recorded. But so I'll be on Sunday, this coming Sunday, for the What Sold video, always. And then I will not be on Tuesday. So make a note. I'm not going to do Tuesday evenings anymore, just Thursdays, Thursday evenings. Because I'm on live on I'll be on live Thursdays and then I'll be on live on Sundays. Rebecca, I'm also trying to declutter, eBay seller, and had some bad buys just learning what sells and trying to donate what's been listed a long time. Yeah, I've been throwing things, especially from this last box from ThreadUp. I've been throwing things that's been on eBay, and from this box, I've been throwing them in the donate box. I have a box sitting there all the time. I'll just toss. In fact, there's a shirt upstairs, a winter quilted men's shirt, like a winter quilted shirt. the it's all the lining on the inside of the shirt is all ripped. And I've held on to that since last winter, thinking I'd fix that. Well, I haven't fixed it. So possibly I should either just list it the way it is, because let's face it, I'm not going to fix it. I also have a North Face down jacket that has a little hole in about the size of the end of my little finger. Well, every time you move that jacket, little puffs of feathers come out that hole. That has to be patched or patched or sewn shut, or I can't sell that like it is. So I may try to mend that. Although North Face doesn't sell like it used to sell, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to list the quilted men's shirt the way it is when fall gets here. People are interested, really, when it gets colder, you know, it's a nice warm shirt. I forget, it's by North Territory Ahead or something like that. It's not a real good brand either. I mean, it's a brand you've heard of, but not, a real high seller or anything. So, yeah, I have to look at things better when I'm buying them, because I bought both of those things myself. Uh, so anybody but Rebecca trying to declutter? Or has anybody decluttered in the past with any good tips? My daughter leaves on her vacation this evening, I think. This is Thursday, right? Yeah, I think they leave this evening. They're going to the Outer Banks. Her daughter and her son-in-law are renewing their vows, and everybody's getting a week. Well, they're not getting it. They have to pay for it. Getting a week vacation at the Outer Banks. So they rented a great big house on the water, I guess. I didn't ask her if it's right on the beach, but I'll be watching for hurricanes. I don't think there's any coming up the coast, but yeah. So I hope she has a good time. Yeah, I'm not interested in taking vacations anymore. I'm hardly interested in leaving the house to go shopping. Uh, which is not like me in the past, but yeah, we all age differently, I guess. Diane, hi. You're not either, I've had lots of good vacations. Rebecca, you did stop buying last month. Yeah, sometimes you just have to. It gets to be too much. There was I think it was last year, I stopped, I didn't, it's when I wanted to reduce my inventory, and I reduced it almost by 800. What I did is I just stopped listing. I stopped buying and I stopped listing. And Yeah, my sales went down, but they continued. It's not like they stopped altogether, but I just couldn't add to my inventory. I had 3,200 items in my inventory, and now I went down to 2,500, and now I think I'm back up to 2,800. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do whenever I feel it's getting to be too much. I'm not selling, you know, I'm not selling as much as I'm putting on. That's why I'm only listing 3 a day. I used to list 10 a day, but I can't do that anymore. I just don't have the inventory, the better brands. I don't get the better brands at my thrift stores. So, yeah. Bumblebee's cooking dinner. What are you making, Bumblebee? I bet you're a good cook. I just had some of the hamburgers that I made yesterday. I had one little patty, some mashed potatoes and gravy, and I opened a can of beets. Now, I love canned beets. I haven't had them quite a while. They're very good for you. So I warmed up some beets and buttered and salt and peppered them, and they're good. Shrimp scampi. Wow. Mm. I've never had that except at a restaurant. I really have never cooked fish, just never cooked fish, any kind of seafood, except in Florida. Now, in Florida, we did because we'd have fresh catch. So, especially when my sister and I were, they would come on vacation with us, and we'd be down there, you know, all together. We'd cook together then in the evening. Other than that, we used to just go out all the time, go out to eat. Mm. The Rod and Reel Pier, we were very close to the Rod and Reel Pier within, let's see, one, two, three, like four or five little blocks. We just walk to the Rod and Reel Pier, and there was a restaurant out there. Sometimes we'd have breakfast there. If we were fishing on the pier, we'd eat there for even lunch. We ate out a lot. It was vacation. Ah, maybe I should. The heart is right over that number. Something a day. I have to wait till it moves. Uh, Somebody put another comment so that it moves so I can see what she said. Does anybody know anything about Anna Marie Island? Has anybody been there? We used to fall, oh, there you go, 2 a day. Yeah, I could cut down to 2 a day. Uh, Michelle Marshall's here. Hi. Hi, haven't seen you in a bit. Yeah, we used to go see he was a folk singer. His name was Jay Crawford. Uh, and yeah, we followed him. we go to see him a lot, and he was like in a restaurant bar, and then they had a little group up front, and he played in two different places that we would go. And my son still right till we sold the place, when he was down there, after we stopped going down, I stopped going down there after my husband died. I Jack um my my son Carl went down. I paid him to paint the outside of the house because I was going to sell it. So he went down there, I don't know, for a month. He was glad to be down there because the boat was still down there. So he went down, he'd be going off fishing with the guys that he knew down there, and he'd be painting the house, uh, the outside of the house. So got it all painted, and I think at the end of the month he came home. But he was very unhappy when I sold that house. So he saw Jay Crawford up until the last time we were down there. I think he even saw him when they went to vacation down. He went to the islands to see him when him and the kids, and they went to Disney World and Universal, wherever they went. I think they went to Disneyland. Disney World. Is it Disney World that's down there? One's on the West Coast. I think that's Disneyland. And then Disney World is in Florida, I think. I've been to Universal, but never to Disney. But the island was a special place. But now, of course, it's been built up a little bit, although they're not allowed to build high rises on the island, which is good. But I'm sure it's much more crowded. And yeah, not like it used to be. Nothing's like it used to be. I sound old. Ah, yeah. But I think that I'm going to just do a recorded video every few days and put them on, and not do those live. I thought that would be the answer, to do the live YouTube. But when I finally figured out how to do it on my phone and get it in the right in the landscape, they made it real easy now. However, I can't figure out how to make that jerky stuff stop. Evidently, there's some way. Renee says, my brother and his family vacation there in June. They said that it was not crowded in June. Yeah, probably not. Going into the summer, yeah, that's actually the best time to go down there. We used to go in May and October because the weather was the greatest then, but it was still a little crowded in May, because uh, by June, the snowbirds, they call them, us, are going back home, and nobody vacations in Florida in the summertime. So in the summer, so June wouldn't be too bad yet. We've been down there in July for the tarpon fishing season. That's awful. But yeah, October's nice, but it's crowded. Yeah, anytime in the winter, I suppose it's really, really crowded. So if you don't want crowds, go in late May, June, July, August, September, because September is still really hot. I'm glad that I took movies and things of us fishing on the pier, and I had a movie camera at that point, a Canon regular little movie camera, and I took lots of movies, and I sent the movies to the tapes. They were little tapes. I sent the little videotapes to iMemories, and so on my computer, I have all those videos, but only I can see them. And I think they let you send them to one other person or something. I sent them to my sister because she was down there too. I think that's they only let you do it to one other person, but you can't send those you can't send those videotapes to anybody else. I mean, they're made for you. You're paying for, I forget how much it was. It wasn't cheap, but that's the only way I have video and videos of my first perennial gardens that I made when we first moved into this house. Now, the video is not very good, but it's something. And the videos of down in Florida, they're not bad. So I watch them every once in a while. And of course, my husband's on there and my sister's husband. We're all fishing on the pier. Yeah, I'm lucky I took those and that I sent them in. It's a good thing to do, and they're probably even better now if you send things to them now. Because I sent those to them a long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago, and they're still on my computer. I was afraid you had a limited time, but I checked, they're still there. Uh, I also have pictures of us, some Christmas Eves. We used to have huge Christmas Eve parties, Jack and I at the house, and with just the kids. I mean, you know, my kids, it was my son and his wife before they ever had kids. Yeah, before my husband ever got sick. Yeah, so good to have. I wish, too bad we didn't take a lot of photos back in the olden days like we do now. Because I have no pictures. Like in our childhood, very few pictures, if any. It's much different now. Everybody's taking pictures of everything. Ah, Renee, you should go with your brother and see Anna Maria. Yeah. If anybody goes, stop at the Rod and Reel Pier. Say hi to me. Say hi for me. There's another pier too, the city pier. It goes out further into the Gulf, but the rod and reel pier goes out into a big, the reason it's a good fishing pier is there's a big, I don't know, they don't call it a ditch under the water. Gets really deep at the end of the pier, and that's why it's a good fishing pier. It doesn't have to go out quite as far as the other one. My son used to go fishing at night, and they'd get all kinds of strange things and some sharks too, small little sharks. Sending a box to you tomorrow, everything washed and ready. Plus a grounding sheet that you no longer use. Oh my heavens. Are you sure? I will be happy to try that. I hope the wire's long enough. I'm on the second floor. My bedroom's on the second floor. They rented a house. My brother finished and brought back a cooler full. A cooler full of what? Fish? Positive. It's like a miracle. Yeah, fish. I think we did that once too, actually. I think we brought some grouper back. Ah, wow. It plugs, oh, into the wall socket. Into the wall socket's grounding hole. Okay. I hope my bedroom has one because remember, this is an 1850 house and some of my plugs are not grounded, do not have that kind of a plug. But I have a handyman now. So if not, I'm sure he can do something about that. Oh, see, I'm picturing these sheets or mattresses. I'm picturing this that you have to hang a wire out out your window to put it in the ground. That's how I was picturing it in my head. Nobody told me that, but yeah, I didn't know that. See, you people in newer houses, you just take for granted that all plugs are grounded. Well, they aren't. Uh, in fact, I think that's the reason I couldn't put an air conditioner in the window in my bedroom. So I'll have to do something about that. Uh, you people are so nice. Well, I will certainly be anxious to try it. If no place else, I'll put it on the couch down here. These plugs down here are grounded. That would be great not to wake up with pain. Pain in my back and my hips. Oh dear. I think Bumblebee sent me a box too. Or sending me a box. Now I'm hungry for shrimp scampi. Uh, yeah, I remember when we were down down at the beach. We'd go to the beach every morning and either just walk the beach or we'd go in and swim a little bit. But has anybody ever stepped on a flounder? They're flat, you know. They're flat and both of their eyes are on one side of their, it looks like one side, but it's not really. And they go like this and they go down into the sand, just a little bit down into the sand. So even if the water's clear as glass, which sometimes it was, you couldn't see them. But if you step on them, they wiggle and scare you to death. They don't bite or anything, but yeah. Mm. Renee is curious about how the grounding sheet works. I don't know. There's a whole lot about it on online. You can read about the grounding sheets and about just grounding yourself. You're just walking barefoot outside. Go sit outside with no shoes and socks on. Put your feet in the dirt or on the ground. It's supposed to be really good for you. But as far as the grounding sheet, I'm not sure how it works either, but it's supposed to help your pain. For one thing, it may do more than that. Well, I will, if I can get the thing to work and get my, oh, yeah, you've had 4 back surgeries. You need one. Yes, you do. uh, yes, I'll let you know if we can get this going. I'll let you know how it works. Well, I'm officially out of root beer. I didn't go to the store today to get any more, and it's on sale this week at Mark's where I go. And I intended on going today, but then I saw on my calendar that my salt delivery was today for my, you know, Culligan salt, my Culligan system. So I had to stay home and wait for him, and he didn't come till like the middle of the day, and then I lost interest in going out. But maybe tomorrow when I go to when I run up and take all this stuff up to Goodwill, I may run there and get some root beer. So I had a big glass of chocolate milk with supper. It was really good. I should drink more milk. So, folks, I think I'm going to close and go get my cat's food ready. Put my chickens away. Let the dog out again. I've never had birch beer. I've heard of it. Does it taste like root beer? I only like A&W root beer. I've tried several different kinds of root beer. I've tried Fago, which is oldies. I don't like that. And Bark. Is Bark birch beer? I don't know. But I don't like either one of those. It has a licorice taste, I think. Oh, I don't know. As a kid, I used to like licorice. Birch beer. Is that the brand name? What's the brand name? A unique taste. Huh. Have to try it. Is that the brand name Birch beer? Or is it if there's a brand name? I'll look for it and give it a test. You're not sure you bought some at a country store last week. Liza J's here. Hi. You're coming in when I'm just about to leave, Lisa. Is it Liza or Lisa? Yeah, there's a few of us here. There's about, I don't know, how many people are here, Bumblebee? Bumblebee's cooking. Oh, you just came in from walking the dog. You have to let mine out before it gets too dark. Because when it gets dark, I have to put her on a rope. There's too many things out here out after dark. I don't want her chasing something through the invisible fence. So I have to be able to see her. And yeah, she goes out with me when I put the chickens away. Uh, Thank you, Renee. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button and the share. And get my little sign here. Please like and share and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Probably everybody that's here has. My subscriptions have just stopped. I don't know. I haven't gotten any more lately. That's why I don't want to cause any more damage with those sketchy or those glitchy live. Oh, Classy Dahlia's here. You had to work late. Oh, dear. Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm just about to leave. Yeah. Just got home. We missed you twice now. Well, you can watch the redo. But I like to talk to you too. Yes, it is a root beer emergency here. I have no root beer for this evening. Guitar guy, hi. Yeah, I'm just about to leave. I have to go put the chickies away. It's dusk. I just had taken them out before I took them out a big container of kale, and I got some older tomatoes out of my garden that were just about to go, fall apart. And I broke them on pieces so the seeds were showing because they really like anything with seeds in. And of course, I still have cucumbers, even though they're very ripe. They're full of seeds, which they like, and gave them a whole bunch of that stuff. So, me and Penny have to go put the chickies away. So, I will be back on Sunday for a What Sold video, and I hope my sales continue on Poshmark. I had a really good Poshmark day today. And I will see you all then. Good night, everybody.